We recently made a trip down to tour Osker Blues Brewery in Longmont, Colorado. We wanted to learn more about the strategies Osker Blues use to manage inventory, production, and distribution. Upon arriving, their laid-back company culture was instantly apparent, with employees skateboarding in the brewhouse, skeet ball, and dogs roaming around like they own the place. I could tell that the people who brewed Dale's Pale Ale not only knew how to make beer, but have fun doing it too.
Osker Blues uses a just-in-time inventory system to react to highly volatile demand and ensure inventory levels remain low. Choosing fast and reliable trucking companies allows Osker Blues to keep small batches of cans and have minimal back orders at any given time. You guys get to a certain level and then say, okay, this is our reshipment point.
Yep, the bar is just higher. So if we have, say we use brewer supply groups in Denver, and they will house our Munich malt, say, for example, that we get in bags. We can call them and they can get it to us by tomorrow.
Almost all of their supplies have lead times of 2 days or less. Only English malts require overseas shipping, and Osker Blues uses a 2-bin system to manage the ordering of this inventory.
We don't own our kegs, so we go through a couple thousand kegs a month, and there's nothing worse than not having a keg to fill, so we always have a stock of them, so we always have hundreds of them and fill hundreds in a day. So that one, we tend to have about a week's worth on hand, and you pay for those as soon as they come in the building, and you pay the premium, and then when you send them out, you get credited based on how far you sent them. So they're their most expensive when they're here and empty.
Rented kegs have high inventory holding costs of $20,000 a month, not including lost revenue. This inventory is a focus point of the supply manager. Renting the right amount of kegs ensures kegs are always full and distributed to keep keg holding costs low and floor space maximized for fermentation.
These here are fermenters. Osker Blues has 43 of them, and they hold a combined 6,250 barrels of beer, which is 193,750 gallons, or about 12,500 kegs. With this massive amount of beer, you'd expect a pretty sophisticated quality control system, right? Not really. It comes down to taste here at Osker Blues. Between Jeremy, the cellar manager, and the head brewer, these guys can taste impurities in the beer down to damn near 6 Sigma quality. Amazing stuff, right? After they're sure the beer is tasting great, they start canning. This machine takes the cans that Osker Blues gets from Ball Aerospace, rinses them, and sends them through the filling roller coaster. With 30 fill valves, this machine can fill 280 cans a minute, which is 25 gallons of beer a minute, or 50 barrels an hour. They pump out 100 cases of beer in 8.5 minutes, so the guys packing need to be moving quick to keep the flow running smoothly.
When Lyons flooded, it shut down all of the town of Lyons. So we're talking about people were stuck in their homes, you couldn't get out of town. The river actually flooded all the way across the highway, you couldn't even get out. The brewery itself was not damaged, but all the utilities were shut off. So a group of us took the brewery up to a generator and powered the brewery and ran all of the glycol cooling system to keep, because there were babies in tanks, and we had to save all those beers, and we did.
Even though they were able to save all the beers in their facility, Osker Blues still took a minor hit because they could no longer produce their specialty beer here in Lyons.
Osker Blues likes their beer, and they like their beer fresh. This means they package their beer cold, store it cold, and ship it cold. All of the parties within their transportation and logistics are contractually obligated to handle their beer to ensure that this happens. They also make decisions of where they sell their beer based off of this mentality. For example, they refrain from selling in Oklahoma, where it is illegal to sell refrigerated beer. They have worked with both brokers and operators to find refrigerated trucks to ship their products. They value personal relationships when dealing with suppliers and transporters big and small. They are constantly rechecking to ensure they are getting the best price, but only if reliability remains consistent. Osker Blues' response to demand is currently very reactionary. We found that they wait on information from other players within the supply chain in order to understand when and how much they need to produce to replenish, store inventory levels, and meet retail demand. This is an inefficient method of responding to demand because it can lead to the bullwhip effect. Recently, though, Osker Blues has begun taking steps to upgrade its internal website to improve communication and decrease this adverse effect.
It's very hard to make good beer. I say that a lot, and it's true. It's people coming back. So we work very hard on making sure people come back.
Osker Blues may not have a conventional supply chain management model, but they continue to find ways to differentiate themselves and stay ahead in the crazy craft beer industry. By implementing new ideas, producing fantastic beer, and having a fun, laid-back culture, I have no doubt that we will be able to enjoy quality beverages from Osker Blues for years to come.